Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you for joining me at the bar at Casa del Old Head, where we're gonna do something a little bit different. So here at the Old Head channel, we like to tackle the big subjects. We like to answer the big questions. And so I thought that tonight we would put to rest an age-old discussion. We're gonna get to the bottom of unraveling the answer to the most ultimate question on most metalheads' minds, which is Metallica or Megadeth. But we're not talking music, folks. We're talking beer. There we go. So we have the Internight beer from Metallica and A Tout le Monde, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, because I do not speak French, from Megadeth, the Megadeth beer here. And so tonight, we're gonna finally figure out who's better, Metallica or Megadeth. So let's go ahead and dig into it. Now, I've had Internight a few times. I've never had a Tout le Monde. But first, let's get one thing out of the way. I'm not a beer snob. I am not a beer connoisseur. I enjoy everything from the shittiest of beers all the way to the shit that you pay $10 for a bottle of it and it's supposed to be amazing. So you're getting this from a straight ahead beer drinker. So let's just fucking do this. So here's the Internight box. Pretty cool. It's the Arrogant Bastard is the company. I don't know. They make other beers. I think I've had the actual just Arrogant Bastard. Maybe that's not the company name. I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere on the box. So let's just go ahead and open it. Okay. All right, we have a can of Internight beer. Awesome. So I'm gonna place that right here. I can move this off to the side. And now a bottle of A Tout le Monde, which is made by, somebody pronounce that for me. And so this says here, this is a dry hopped Belgian style Saison ale. Ooh, that's fancy. This is just a Pilsner. This is for some good old truck driving folks. Let's have a Pilsner, people. So let's do this. First let's get through this, because this is, why do they gotta do this? This is just an extra step between me and beer, and I am not all about that. Just speed this up. All right, that's good enough. Let's open this sucker. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with the one I've had before. So there's no surprises right out of the gate. Okay. So it's got a nice flavor to it. It's definitely heavier than your average Pilsner, which is like your Miller Lights and Bud Lights and things like that. But it has a nice flavor to it. I don't know. Okay. All right, so moment of truth. A Tout le Monde. A different kind of beer, clearly. I bet you there are people out there, if anyone's a beer connoisseur, they're probably like,
you can't compare two different types of beer at the same time.
Well, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. I mean, it's got a lighter flavor to it. It's almost like this was the Big Daddy beer, and this was the beer that kind of splintered off of this beer. So it's, you know, it's got a little catching up to do. You know what I mean? All right. This for me is more if I was going to give somebody a beer that didn't normally drink beer, I would go with this one first because it seems like it's not as bold of a flavor and it's a little bit smoother of a taste. Let me go back to Enter Night. I mean, this one here, for some reason, it's like an old friend. It just tastes like a beer, maybe because I drink a lot of Pilsners. So I like this beer. Let's try this one again. So when I drink this one, this to me feels more like the people behind this beer maybe knew what they were doing a little better. Technically, they were more proficient at making beer than these guys. But there's still something lacking in this. I don't know what it is. You guys get this is the single dumbest video I've ever done. So I hope you're all enjoying this. So the actual verdict is that Metallica is my favorite band of all time. Megadeth is an amazing metal band that's done some of my favorite albums, but overall they're a band that I'm not as fanatical about. They have a lot more misses in their catalog than Metallica does, in my opinion. I'll drink a Load and Reload and a Saint Anger all fucking day before I drink a Risk. Honestly, like all bullshitting aside, I enjoyed this beer a lot more than this one. I do feel like for people that don't drink a lot of beer or maybe have, I don't know, a more sophisticated palate, this one might be for you. This is, you know, I don't watch sports, but this has a very drinking at a ball game kind of feel to it. I'm just gonna keep drinking beers. You guys just hanging out? So at the end of the day, I guess I'm more of a Pilsner guy. You could say that I'm low class, I guess. I don't fucking know. But this is good. A Tout Le Monde, take a look at the label there. I mean, it's beer. That's the reason why I loved it when bands started putting out beers. Honestly, I think Trooper by Iron Maiden is better than either one of these beers. But that it doesn't matter. I'm such a fan of beer that I almost just want to drink every beer put out by a band. I'm gonna even drink the Deftones beer. I think they put out one. Mastodon put out a beer. I have not had that one yet. Cannibal Corpse put out a beer. For a while there was this thing where bands were putting out beers and you couldn't get them. Like I live in Texas, you couldn't get them here. You had to live, you know, in the northern states or some shit in order to get them, which is pretty lame. But I like the fact that these are here now. I'm just gonna keep on drinking. What do you guys want to talk about? I like this can too, but I know that's the Arrogant Bastard logo. That's not, well, look right there. It says, listen to Metallica. I'm on board with that. Does this beer support the music that's on it? Let me see. I don't have my reading glasses on. No, there is no mention of going to listen to Megadeth when you drink this beer. Although they do have the Megadeth logo on the front. But I really do feel like these people don't care about Megadeth. As I said, though, I've bought these several times. I think that I've gotten this beer now. This is probably like the 6th or 7th time I bought a little 6-pack of this beer because I just enjoy it. And obviously, when you are, some of you understand, whatever band it is that you're fanatical about, it may not be Metallica, but whatever band it is, you know that feeling. They put something out and you're just like, I just want to have it. And so, you know, just a little cool logo. The beer could be utter shit and I would probably still buy it and drink it, but it's not. It's much cooler apparently to be into Megadeth these days. But if any of you have learned anything from my videos, it is that I am not cool. Do you know who I'm surprised hasn't put out a beer yet? Aerosmith. I mean, that's one of my favorite bands, but that seems like a band that's built to sell beers, you know? Maybe they've made something. Have they made anything? I'm not getting drunk. What do you think? I'm some kind of lightweight or something? An Aerosmith beer would be pretty cool. This video is not about Aerosmith. Let's just talk about Aerosmith for a minute. How does everybody feel about Aerosmith? If you've been watching this long in this video, this is gonna be one of the ultimate tests of who is truly a fan and who isn't. Because really my channel is all about, it doesn't matter. My channel is not about you agreeing with me on the music I'm talking about. Because at the end of the day, you have to enjoy listening to me talk, which is weird. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't remember. If you notice, I keep going back to this beer, but I shouldn't be neglecting a tout le monde. Sorry. This is actually good. Like, I think I would buy that one again. Everybody see my Christmas tree back there? Yeah. I'm not a complete heathen. I celebrate Christmas. I'm not religious, but I have a family, so you know, it's the thing that you do. This is almost like if we were just hanging out at a bar, this is what would be happening. I would just be going off on random tangents about Christmas. That is an excellent band name. Random Tangent. Maybe it's not. Does anybody agree with me? Let's start a band called Random Tangent. So the band's gonna be called Random Tangent. And all of our songs are going to be pretty short, but lyrically, we'll just like randomly go through like magazines and books and we'll just like read something and write a song about whatever it is we just read, but like we're really pissed off about whatever it is. So we're gonna go into the fucking dictionary, or let's do encyclopedias. Is that even a thing anymore? Encyclopedias? Do you remember back in the day? Hold on. So at this point, Internight is still winning this race when it comes to beers. That's not gonna work. I realized that this video, the title of this video says something like Metallica versus Megadeth beer. And there's been probably 5 minutes worth of beer talk. I'm sorry, people. If you're still here, come on, clinkies, bunk, bunk, because you are the true old head bangers. Facebook group, Old Head Bangers. Go join it. Anybody here, there's gonna be a Matrix 4? I don't even know how I feel about that. I didn't really even like Matrix 3 or 2. 1 was pretty good. Honestly, at this point, I'll see anything that Keanu Reeves is in, which is something that I never thought that I would say, because as much as I loved Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey and a few other things that Keanu was in back in the early 90s, Point Break being one of them, one of my favorite movies of all time. Hold on, I gotta do it. This is for my wife, because I know she's watching right now. I can see her on the couch and she's gonna be all like, me, you're talking about me? Yes, babes, I'm talking about you. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on video. Are you ready? Vaya con Dios. Okay. That's my impression of Keanu at the end of Point Break. We're gonna hang out here until I finish both of these beers. Or until I run out of storage. So the Eddie that's on the box, it's like he just got off of his insurance salesman job, but his cyborg organs are kind of protruding out and tearing the fabric of his nice shirt. There used to be a different box for these that I think looked like an amplifier, like the speaker cabinet of an amplifier, which I actually liked much better. But to be fair, this is a beer that I was absolutely sure that they would make for a few months and then you would never see it again. So honestly, I'm happy that they still make it and they still sell it in my town. Although it seems like I'm the person that's usually buying it. Okay, so to wrap it up, this is a way smoother and kind of easier to palate kind of beer. I said palate. Doesn't that make me sound like I know what I'm talking about with beer? This one, on the other hand, it's a little bit heavier, but this feels like a beer for just a dude that just drinks beers, which I feel like that's kind of probably what they were going for. This one they weren't, because why would you call it a Tour le Monde? Why would you call it something that most beer drinkers couldn't pronounce? That one is finished. All right, so last swig of the Internight beer before this video is over. I can't. So I'm gonna edit this video down, but I have a feeling it's still gonna be pretty goddamn long. So thank you for watching. If you have beers at home, clinkies, I guess this doesn't clink, but whatever. Everybody finish your beers now. All right, so there we have it. In my opinion, not a fact, Internight beer is better than a Tour le Monde. Both good beers. Thank you very much for watching whatever the fuck this was. Please put all your comments down below. Let me know what you thought. I probably won't ever do a video like this again until they release that Aerosmith beer. But until then, have a good night. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again very soon.